is a great shot of the Willis Tower. Today we are going to the planetarium. This is a piece of art by Picasso. Soldier Field where the Bears play.
We have made it to the Adler Planetarium, so we're gonna have about 5 hours of fun. Come join us. There's the view of the Shed Aquarium, the skyline outside of the Adler Planetarium. Way out in the distance you can see Navy Pier. It's actually a really fun walk if you ever come downtown. And then occasionally they have ferries that go across this path when it's the summertime. Planet 9 was a fun presentation. They actually talked about how we used to have Pluto as a planet, but it's no longer a planet. It was actually the first item that was part of the Kuiper Belt, the first item discovered of the Kuiper Belt. So now there's plenty of different things that we know exist in the Kuiper Belt. And then in this presentation, they did mention that there is likely to be a Planet 9 that is floating out there, but of course it's got a huge orbit, so it's going to take a long time for somebody to find it. They're predicting maybe within the next 10 years or something we might see that somebody will find that. And then they do think that it might be about 3 times as big as Earth, so that's kind of a fun fact for you. This is probably about a 50-foot telescope.
You can put on the coat.
This display behind me is pretty interesting because it's telling us that the colored gumballs indicate the things that we can see in the universe, whereas the black gumballs are things that we don't see, like the dark matter. And that's always been what's really interesting to me about space. When I was younger, I couldn't wrap my head around that the space just keeps going and going, and we're never going to find the end of the universe. So it's really wild stuff, and that's why it's really fun to come to the planetarium. This is the atmosphere, which is how people used to do planetarium shows in the past. For lunch, we got Tuscan chicken sandwiches. And this is still one of the best views at any of the museums for lunch. All these planets are to scale of what they actually are. So here's Earth, and it's about the size of my hand, whereas then Jupiter above us, really huge. Some more Jupiter facts. The size of Jupiter would be 318 Earths, and it takes 12 years to go around the sun. And then if we go to the 8th planet, Neptune, it's interesting to note that each time around the sun is 165 Earth years. So again, that's where in the presentation about Planet 9, they said that it would be even longer of a time span that it would take to go around for a 9th planet. Behind me is the scale model of the sun. Totally huge. Here is a device that makes it look like what happens when a crater is made. Some Mars rovers.
Ship ready. First, push the blue button to shut down. Good job, pilot. Hatch is shut and rocket is sealed up for its trip. Push the yellow button to start the airflow. Nice work. Good job, pilot.
At the gift shop, they have moon pie bites. Hashtag BLT lunch break. Since it's such a nice afternoon and it was starting to get hot in the Adler Planetarium, we decided to go down the path and stop at the Shed Aquarium. See some fishies!
Hey, are you guys interested in seeing that sea monsters 4D experience?
Yeah!
Okay, if we do that, though, that's going to be the last thing that we do, and then we're going to head out from there. Because I think that's an exit down there, isn't it? It's like it's trying to check out, like it's trying to feel the glass or something.
Here is a giant salamander. This one's probably about 2 feet long, and they say that they could grow to be as much as 5 feet long.
be a stingray. Or at least more in the stingray family. They're very just larger. Yeah, that would probably be the guitar. Yeah. Her head sort of looks like the body of a guitar, and then
but for her, if she goes by again, you want to look at her face.
Hang shell. There's a human-sized fish, the arapaima. And this is how big those same fish could potentially get to be. But they say that they've been overfished and now ones like this are pretty rare. Here's Marlin and Nemo.
Those are out there. Isn't that the lion seahorses are out there?
Mom, I said lion. Lion.
That's what it is. It's out there.
There's that you can pet a sturgeon. Pet a sturgeon. It's an alligator snapping turtle. These are whitefish of the Great Lakes.
The Adler Planetarium, one of Rick's pets.
Shed Aquarium, one of Rick's picks.
Structure is based on cartilage, kind of like our nose.